Welcome to the Bearcat Beat on LSPN, where each week we share conversations about everything that makes Sherman ISD athletics so great. I'm your host, Chris Daly. Sherman Bearcat Athletics represent the heart and soul of our community, where champions are made both on the field and in the classroom. Our student athletes embody the Bearcat spirit through dedication, perseverance, and excellence, creating memories and building character that will last a lifetime. Remember, it's better to be a Bearcat. This is just one of the many amazing things that the Booster Club accomplishes throughout the year for all sports. If you're interested in joining the Sherman Athletic Booster Club, or if you want to purchase some merchandise to show your Sherman Bearcat love, you can visit the website at shermanisd.net under the Athletics tab. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Bearcat Beat. I'm Chris Daly. Today I am joined by the man, Athletic Director Alan McDougal. How you doing?
I'm good. Tap the brake on the man. Athletic director, I'm aware, but the man is probably not it. We got a new guy in town. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Awesome.
I get to talk sports with you, so it's a good thing.
It is a good day. Yes.
So speaking of sports, you've got a lot going on, but I think the biggest news has to be the new head football coach. So if you could tell us about Coach Ramos.
Yeah, we are excited here in Sherman to welcome Efren Ramos as the new head football coach for Sherman. That process has been interesting. I've been very encouraged by the applicants that we had, and we were even more so encouraged with the interviews that we were able to go through. And in any situation, you're looking for a best fit. Obviously, the resumes kind of speak for themselves, and I was hoping to assist in a situation where with a committee, you could take the resumes because they were all so similar and set them aside and figure out which one is the best fit for Sherman. And I felt we did a good job of that. And Coach Ramos is just going to be someone that fits in really nicely. And he's got a proven track record of kind of taking things from where they are to where we might want them to be.
Yeah.
And history tends to repeat itself. So we're hoping that that's the case. He's done that at a few stops as an assistant. He's done it as one stop as a head coach. And we're excited to have him here in Sherman.
Yeah, he's definitely got a history of being a turnaround guy, which is awesome. You
Correct.
talked about fit though. What was the key to him being a good fit?
I think one of the biggest things that was attractive to Efren was the fact that we really felt that Efren represented somebody that was kind of running to Sherman, and not that, if that makes any sense. So
Sure.
You're either running from or running to, and there's some people that were in some really good situations that maybe they were looking for a change, and that necessarily was not Efren. He wanted to he wanted to come here and embrace the challenge that is there. It's something that I'm excited about. It's something that we do have some challenges athletically, but those challenges are either going to be met head on, or we're going to have to use those as excuses. And that was not something that Efren talked about in any conversation. And then when I'm talking I'm a baseball guy, as you know, but I've got lots of connections and relationships and colleagues that I've had the opportunity to develop time with. So I could lean on some people that have vast experience in the West Texas football scene, and just everywhere I turned, it was a strong thumbs up for Coach Ramos.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to meeting him, interviewing him on the show, and then watching next season. It's going to be great. But as we were talking before we went on air, you still got a lot going on. Spring is a very busy time. You've got a lot of athletics happening.
Spring has sprung. We've wrapped up a couple sports in baseball and softball, and unfortunately, we're not where obviously we want to be with postseason action. Both those groups did a great job. It's just, man, the leagues that we're in are unbelievably challenging, and we just weren't quite up to the task to get into the playoffs. But I think we're closer now than we were a year ago, which is good in both of those cases. But we do have some postseason action in track and field, and then we've got some representation at a state meet for our girls golf team. So
Nice.
I am really looking forward to getting down to Austin to watch Charlize play and watch her represent Sherman.
I love that. And talk about your track and field participant.
Yeah, we got a jumper that's going to the regional meet down in UTA. Ezekiel Blackbeck will be representing the Bearcats down there this weekend. So I know Coach Gilly and Roscoe are excited to take him down and watch him compete, and wish him certainly the best of luck.
Yeah, no doubt. And so what is left athletically after you wrap those up?
Well, to be quite honest with you, if Ezekiel can extend that season, we've got a state track meet. But after that, that's really about it.
Yeah.
We've got an all sports banquet, a spring sports banquet that we will be having to celebrate some athletic just participation in events with our groups. That's on May the 4th, Monday of next week. So that typically wraps things up with athletics, and then we've got to get ready for, and Coach Ramos will be kind of in the middle of heading up what this is going to look like, but getting ready for what our summer strength and conditioning looks like on both the boys and the girls side, so we can keep people active and engaged and ready to jump into the fall full speed ahead.
Nice. And will you be having staff at coaching school?
Our intent is to have staff. I will be there for sure. It's kind of crazy. When I started this process, coaching school was a staple of what everyone always did, and it's kind of morphed into different things. You've got some staffs that they want to make coaching school a part of what they do. Some staffs kind of go off and do something in a retreat format.
Right.
But I would anticipate our head coaches, coordinators being there. I'm not sure if the staff is going to be there as well.
Definitely. Well, we'll be there. We'll be filming, doing team
Awesome.
previews in every sport. So
Okay.
make sure everyone swings by our room, and I'll let you know when we know what room it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's always a good time. It was one in which being on the baseball side on the officer end and dealing with the baseball clinic. There's some times I didn't venture down to THSCA, and boy, did I miss some things. So they've done such a phenomenal job, kind of talking about where things had morphed from. There was a time in which I felt that was a football conference.
Right.
And all football is the center in Texas athletics. I absolutely get it. But boy, the THSCA has done a phenomenal job of really making all sports, both male and female sports, feel welcome and represented, and everyone's got a chance to go and kind of sharpen their saw, so to speak.
Yeah, no doubt. I really have enjoyed seeing it evolve. Uh, and I've enjoyed this season. I know we still have some more episodes to go,
Sure.
but I don't know if I get a chance to talk to you anymore this season. So hopefully, I've enjoyed the heck out of it, and looking forward to wrapping the season and then planning next year.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate it. You've been a great addition to our sports program. I know we've gotten great feedback on what people get some exposure kind of behind the scenes and just exposing some of the great things we've got going. I know everyone looks at the scoreboard, and boy, we do too, and we're trying to improve on that end. But we got some great things behind the scenes that are there. We got great coaches and great kids, and I'm really looking forward to you next week meeting Efren and kind of see what's on board for our football program.
I love it. I love it. Well, again, Coach McDougal, I shouldn't say coach. You're officially Director McDougal.
Oh, it's coach. It's always going to be
you're coach for life, right?
Absolutely. Coach for life. Coach and dad. I'm good with those two
I
terms.
love that. I love that. I've enjoyed it. Thank you so much, sir.
Appreciate you. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
I want to thank you for listening to the Bearcat Beat. Each week throughout the school year, you will hear all sorts of great information about all the athletic programs at Sherman ISD. Please do us a favor, like, share, comment, do whatever you can to help us reach more Bearcat fans.
Hey Coach, Lone Star Gridiron has been the leader in Coach's Show podcasts for 20 years, and now you can get your own Coach's Show podcast each week during the season as a fundraiser for your booster club. Yes, booster clubs all over are using these podcasts to help their sports programs. You get to share the stories of your program and your kids to a huge audience and make money. We started with just football, but this year have expanded to make them available for all sports. Call 713-269-4620 to find out the details and get your Coach's Show started.